All right, today we're jumping into a story called Terminal Velocity of the Self. And this one, well, it doesn't just ask what reality is, it asks if we're even truly awake to experience it in the first place. This is a deep dive into the nature of consciousness itself, so let's get right into it.
So the story kicks off in the year 2089 with this incredible line. The rain had evolved. And they're very clear, this is not a metaphor. I mean, can you imagine a world so controlled, so engineered, that even the weather isn't natural anymore? Right from the get-go, this one sentence it sets up this entire world where everything is a tool of control.
So where is this weird engineered rain falling? It's falling on a place they call the corporate lattice. Think of it like this, a whole society managed with like pinpoint precision by this one massive corporation, Zenith Dynamics. Every single part of life is optimized, it's curated, all for stability. And here's how they do it. That evolved rain, it's actually called the ambient mist. And it's not really weather, it's a tool. It's this constant, soft drizzle that's controlled by algorithms, and its whole purpose is psychological regulation. It keeps everyone calm, productive, docile. I mean, think about that. It's mind control disguised as a cloudy day. It's brilliant, and honestly super chilling when you think about it. Okay, so our main guy, our guide through this whole thing is Viktor Meharin. And he's not some rebel trying to tear it all down. Not at first, anyway. He's actually a super successful executive at Zenith Dynamics. And here's the real kicker. He helps design the very systems that are now starting to feel like a cage. He literally helped build the walls that are closing in on it. So what got him thinking this way? Well, the seed of doubt was planted a long time ago by a woman he loved, Asha. Before she escaped to the lawless areas called the zones, she told him this: "We are not alive. We are being lived." That idea, man, that idea that they aren't actually living their lives, but are just being moved around like puppets by the system, that's the thought that just haunts him. So, all this doubt that's been bubbling under the surface, it leads Viktor to this really critical mission. But we're not talking about stealing some corporate secrets here. No, his mission is officially called ontological security. What does that even mean? It means he's being sent to protect the very nature of reality itself.
And his target is this analyst, Kenji Yamamoto. The system has labeled Yamamoto a deviant because he's managed to break into some forbidden, top-secret database. So Viktor's job is simple. Get in, grab Yamamoto, and contain what they're calling an infection of dangerous ideas before it has a chance to spread.
This just begs the question, right? What kind of information, what kind of knowledge could possibly be so dangerous that this all-powerful system sees it as an existential threat? Is it a superweapon, some crazy new technology? What could it be?
Well, the answer is what makes this story so cool. The forbidden knowledge isn't about weapons or tech. It's ancient wisdom. It's young, it's Eastern philosophy, it's mystical texts. The system isn't scared of a new bomb. It's terrified of a new, or actually a very, very old way of seeing the world. It's afraid of people waking up.
And all of this builds to a showdown in Office 1517. This is where Viktor finally comes face to face with Yamamoto. And, this is where the whole story just drops a massive philosophical bomb on you.
You know it's serious? Because even before Viktor gets to him, his own handler, Priya, gives him this absolutely chilling update. She says Yamamoto isn't crazy. He's not having a breakdown. She says he's seeing clearly. This isn't madness, it's a breakthrough. It completely flips the script on what it means to be sane in their world. And here it is. This is the big one. This is the dangerous secret that Yamamoto found in the archive. There's only one consciousness. The idea that you, me, Viktor, Yamamoto, we're not all separate individuals. We're just temporary expressions of a single, universal consciousness. It's like we're all just different waves on the same single ocean. But here's the thing. Yamamoto insists this isn't just some nice philosophical idea. He tells Viktor it's physics. He claims he's found the math to prove it. The consciousness isn't something that happens in the brain. It's the fundamental fabric that the entire universe is made of. So you can imagine Viktor's entire world is just shattered, and he's faced with this absolutely impossible choice. Because Yamamoto doesn't just want to talk about it. He has a plan that's basically a virus, designed to wake everyone up. And Viktor's career, his life, his whole reality, it all comes down to what he does in this one moment.
And these are his options, laid out plain and simple. On the one hand, he can do his job, grab Yamamoto, protect the system, keep everyone asleep in their comfortable dream, and he'll be rewarded for it. Or he can side with Yamamoto, unleash this truth, and risk bringing the whole structure of society crashing down. He can choose to start waking up, but if he does, he instantly becomes an enemy of the state.
See, Yamamoto's plan is it's so audacious. He didn't just read this ancient wisdom, he weaponized it. He's created what he calls a mimetic virus. It's a digital package, basically a set of instructions for waking up, that he wants to upload into the corporate network. He wants to use the system's own veins to pump a cure for the collective sleep into everyone.
And in this absolute nail-biter of a moment, Viktor, the loyal company man, the guy who built the system, he makes his choice. He looks at Yamamoto and he says the two words that change everything: upload it.
And the second he does, everything explodes. The virus hits the network. Boom! Alarms are screaming existential threat all over the building, and Viktor, along with his handler Priya, who decides to join him, they're scrambling, escaping through maintenance tunnels, heading for the only place they might stand a chance: the zones.
So, what happens when you actually wake up from the dream? What is life even like when you step outside that perfectly controlled cage? Well, this last part of the story explores exactly that. It explores the price of waking up.
And the difference is just night and day. The zones aren't the chaotic wasteland Viktor had been told they were. He finds this vibrant, thriving society. It's a community built not on control, but on real freedom, on genuine human connection, and on living with the actual, wild, organic world.
But here's the thing. Freedom is hard work. The people there have a term for the process of deprogramming your mind from the old world. They call it composting, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's this painful, messy, but totally necessary process of letting your old, fake, conditioned self just die off. You have to break down who you thought you were to create fertile ground for who you're meant to become.
And this chart really sums up the entire shift. Viktor goes from a world of control and security to one of freedom and, a lot of uncertainty. He trades simulated nature for a real, thriving ecology. He goes from being passively regulated to actively composting his own psychology. He leaves behind a world built on the illusion of separation for the reality of one single awakening consciousness.
The story leaves us with this final question, and it's a big one. It's a question that really extends beyond the story and right into our own lives. And that really leaves us with a question for ourselves, doesn't it? If you think of your life as a story, the universe is telling through you. What happens when you decide to pick up the pen and start writing the next chapter yourself? What happens when the dreamer decides to wake up?